Okay, what we're going to be going over today is going to be the keywords search utilized in both basic and very briefly in advanced. I typically like to start on the basic search right here, and we'll be using an example today of looking for a cheese or dairy quality engineer or quality professional. So right here, I'll start off with the very basic. I want to see how many people in the system either have the word cheese or dairy. Now notice the system will be searching through notes, LinkedIn profiles, attachments, and resumes. The LinkedIn profiles would be specifically if they were captured utilizing the LinkedIn capture tool, or it was added within the profile at a later date. So this search, on a very basic search, just cheese or dairy, is going to look into our system and find that roughly 1,300 people have cheese or dairy. Obviously not that manageable of a list, especially if we can add some other options. So we can go back and utilize the initial search while adding some additional information. And everybody's going to have different things within their practice that they can then further within the search. For this one, I use the example of having SPC, or the word statistical. In my industry, this stands for statistical process control, and it's something that is going to be utilized and almost mandatory for the role that I happen to be looking for. So I would then hit search. Now notice, without even having to enter any additional filters such as titles, industry, resume, cell phone, and we can go on and on in the things that we can filter here, but even without utilizing those, I've created a list of 178 individuals. I can then go through, and it looks like resume by resume, and see if it fits for the role. Now I can then sort this list by city or state to filter through and scroll, or you can then go back to the basic search as we discussed and utilize an additional, if you wanted to say, for instance, title, and utilize quality as an example. I always suggest bracketing them with percentages as they act like asterisks in the traditional Boolean sense, where it will capture assistant quality and quality assistant, or manager of quality or quality manager. So I'll go ahead and add that here, and this should filter it down to a very small list of, let's say, 63 folks that I can then smile and dial across the country, assuming that this role is going to be taking into account relocation. So this is a brief example of ways in which that we can utilize both the basic search features within this.